The rest of the drive was quiet. Rain kept falling softer now, like it had already done its job. When they finally reached Tong's apartment building, Chick stopped his car. The engine stopped. Neither of them moved immediately. Tong reached for the door first. He stepped out, rain still misting lightly, then closed the door gently. Shankar stayed inside for a second longer, hand still on the steering wheel, exhaling slowly. He could still feel it, that almost kiss, that breath, that closeness. He shook his head slightly and stepped out too. Tong was standing near the entrance now, pretending to adjust his socket sleeves, pretending very badly. Shankar walked toward him, eyes deliberately focused anywhere but Tong's face. On building, on the keypad, on the rain, anywhere but him. Tong noticed it. Of course, he did. He took a few steps closer, stopping right beside Shankar. Are you not looking at me on purpose? Tong asked softly. I am looking. Jungkook replied immediately. You are looking at the wall. It's a very interesting wall. Tong bit back a smile. He stepped around slightly, forcing himself into Jungkook's line of sight. Now they were standing close again, not as close as before, but close enough. Do you want to come up? Tong asked casually. Jungkook blinked. What? To change? Tong clarified. You are drenched. I am fine. You are shivering. I am not. You are. Shankar finally looked up at him properly and immediately wished he hadn't. Tong's hair was still damp, falling softly over his forehead. His shirt clung slightly from the rain. His cheeks were faintly flushed, maybe from the cold or maybe not. Jungkook looked away again. The heater in the car will help, he muttered. Tong tilted his head. But I want to show you my apartment. That made Jungkook glance back. Why? Tong shrugged slightly. You said you had no interest in where I live? I don't. Then prove it. Jungkook narrowed his eyes. You are beating me? Maybe. Rain tapped softly against the road. Tong leaned a little closer. It's just upstairs. Jungkook scoffed. You are impossible. And eight, you are still here? A pause, a long one. Jungkook ran a hand through his wet hair and sighed. Fine. Tong lips covered slowly in Victoria's smile. Come on, he said gently. They entered the building together. The elevator ride was small, too small. The mirror wall did not help. Both of them could see each other, both pretending not to look. Tong pressed the button for his floor. When the elevator door opened, Tong stepped out first. He walked down the hallway, stopped in front of the door, and unlocked it. Then he turned it back toward Jungkook with a smile. Welcome, he said softly. Jungkook stepped inside. The apartment was warm, soft lighting, minimal but cozy. There were plants near the window, books near on the side of table. The faint scent of something sweet in the air. It felt like Tong, comfortable, creative, alive. Jungkook slowly took it in. You live alone? He asked it quietly. Yes. Another buzz. Tong closed the door behind them. They were alone now. Rain still falling outside. Warm inside. Tong walked toward the hallway. I will get you something dry, he said over his shoulder. Shankar stood there for a second, then called out. Tong. Tong turned it. Yes. Jungkook hesitated just slightly, then be more careful next time. Tong's expression softened again. Next time, he repeated quietly. Jungkook realized what he had said. Too late. Tong's smile is slow and hopeful. There will be next time, Tong asked. Jungkook held his gaze. Change your clothes first, he said instant. And Tong's smile widened. Tong disappeared down the hallway first. Guest room on the left. He called out. There are towels inside. Jungkook nodded once and walked in the opposite direction. A few minutes later, Jungkook stepped into the kitchen area, now in dry clothes he had found neatly folded on the bed in the guest room, like sweat, pant, and loose shirt. He poured himself a glass of hot water to heat up his body. First step, soft. He looked up and neatly dropped the glass. Tong stood at the end of the hallway wearing nothing but the oversized white shirt, just a shirt, long enough to brush his mid-thigh, sleeves slightly rolling. Hair still wet, bare legs, bare collarbone peeking from the loose neckline. Jungkook's hand jacket, hot water spilled over the counter and onto the floor. He didn't even flinch at the heat. What the hell are you wearing? He blurted. Tong blinked innocently. What? That. Tong gestured his downward. Tong looked down at himself casually. It's my house, he said with a small shrug. I'll wear whatever I want. Jungkook pressed his tongue against the side of his cheek, jaw tightening as he looked away. Unbelievable. What are you reacting like that? Dong asked, walking closer. It's just a shirt. Just a shirt? Jungkook forced his eyes to stay on the ceiling, on the fridge, on literally anything else but somewhere. They kept drifting back. The way the fabric clung slightly to Taeyong's frame, the way his legs cocked the warm light, his wet hair falling over his eyes. Do you want something to eat? Taeyong asked lightly, leaning against the counter. Jungkook swallowed. No. His voice came out lower than he intended. I will be leaving now. He put the glass down and walked out of the kitchen a little too quickly. He reached the hallway, then stopped. Something felt off. He looked down at himself. The shirt he was wearing, loose, comfortable, soft cotton, he turned it slowly. Dong was still standing near the kitchen entrance, watching him with that unbearable expression. By the way, Jungkook said carefully, whose shirt is this? He shrugged lightly at the fabric he was wearing. Dong stared down at it. Oh, he said casually, a small puss. That. He leaned back against the counter, completely unbothered. It's my boyfriend's shirt. Silence. Absolute silence. The heater hummed in the background. Jungkook didn't move, didn't blink. You were what? Dong tilted his head slightly. My boyfriend's. Can't you listen properly at least once? The word hung there, boyfriend. Jungkook stared at him. Something dark flickered behind his eyes, something sharp, something territorial he had no right to feel. So, Jungkook said slowly, jaw clenched, you have a boyfriend? Dong shook it like it was the most normal thing in the world. Yes. Then why did you say you live alone? I said I live alone here. Dong corrected calmly. He is in Busan. I am here. That's why I said I live alone. His expression was simple, too simple. Jungkook pressed his tongue hard against the inside of his cheek, a habit when he was holding back. And why? He asked quietly, tugging at the shirt he was wearing. Is his shirt here? Dong placed at it. Oh, that. He waved his hand dismissively. I packed it in a hurry. When I moved it, didn't realize it was his. Jungkook's breath changed, just slightly, enough for Taeyong to notice. Rain hit the window harder. The warm apartment suddenly felt small. Jungkook turned it abruptly and walked back toward the kitchen. Taeyong frowned faintly, confused by the shift. Before he could say anything, Jungkook stepped forward and grabbed Taeyong's arm. Not painfully, but firmly. Enough to stop him. Tell me the truth, Jungkook demanded. Taeyong's eyes widened slightly. Do you really have a boyfriend? There it was. No anger, no pride, something else. Something like desperation. Taeyong's expression shifted. Yes, he said quietly. Can't I have one? Jungkook's finger tightened for a split second, then he asked, what about us? The question slipped out before he could stop it, raw, unfiltered. Taeyong frowned. Jungkook swallowed. What about us? He repeated. Softer now. Taeyong stared at him like he had just asked about something absurd. Aren't we divorced? The word hit hard, divorced. Like cold water, Jungkook grip loosened immediately. His hand fell from Taeyong's arm. For a second, he just stood there, processing. The reality had been avoiding. Taeyong hadn't said it with cruelty, just fact, simple, clear. Jungkook felt a quiet, harmless chuckle. Of course they were. He stepped back, ran a hand through his hair. You are right, he muttered. The anger drained from his face. Left something tightness behind. Without another word, he turned and walked toward the door. Taeyong watched him, didn't stop him. The door opened, cold air from the hallway rushed in. Jungkook paused only a second, like, say something. He didn't. He stepped out, and the door clicked shut behind him. Inside the apartment, the heater hummed softly. Outside, the rain kept falling, and Taeyong stood there alone, white shirt, bare legs, heart suddenly not as steady as he pretended it was. The next morning, the conference room buzzed with light chatter. It was an early strategy meeting, unexpectedly cheerful, because today Jungkook had ordered coffee for everyone, a treat as the assistant had announced. Jimin looked delighted when his caramel latte was placed in front of him. Yoongi nodded approvingly at his Americano. Even the junior staff whispered excitedly. Taeyong watched quietly, curious, suspicious. And the last cup was placed in front of him. He didn't even need to look. He already knew. I said Americano. Extra ice, the extra way, exact way he hated it. He stares at the cup, then very slowly lifted his eyes across the table. Shankuk was already watching him, leaning back in the chair, coffee cup balanced casually in his hand, smirking. Thong made the most dramatic, disgusted face possible. He nudged the cup slightly with one finger. Eyes clicked loudly. "You know my choice, Mr. John," Thong said smoothly. Shankuk tilted his head. "Of course, I know. Then why this?" Shankuk took a slow sip of his coffee, set it down deliberately. "Don't you love bitter things?" The room went quiet. Jimin's eyes widened slightly. Yoongi didn't even pretend not to listen. The young lips covered, slow, dangerous. "Oh, I do," he replied sweetly. He leaned forward slightly, resting his elbow on the table. "But only then. They are what tasting?" A few suppressed cog echoed around the room. Shankuk's neck shook for half a second. Tom picked up the iced Americano, swallowed it lazily. "I stopped forcing myself to like things that don't suit me." He nodded calmly. Shankuk's jaw tightened just slightly. "People change," Shankuk said coolly. "Exactly," Tom agreed. Then, without breaking eye contact, he reached into his bag, pulled something out, placed it gently on the table, a strawberry milkshake bottle. Shankuk blinked once. Tom inserted a straw with elegance. Then he tossed the bottle lightly into the air. "Once, cock it," challenging Shankuk. The corner of Tong's mouth lifted. "I still prefer sweet things," he said softly, and he took a long sip. I locked on Shankuk the entire time. Jimin looked like he was watching live television. Yoongi slowly sipped his coffee, deeply entertained. Shankuk leaned back again, studying him. "Careful," Shankuk said quietly. "Too much sugar isn't good for you." Tong smiled over the rim of the bottle. "Don't worry," he replied. "I only indulge when I'm sure I can handle it." The tension between them was almost visible, sharp, playful, personal. Finally, Yoongi cleared his throat. "Are we discussing marketing strategy or beverages?" Neither of them broke eye contact immediately. Then Dong sat back. Shankuk adjusted his papers, professional marks slipping back into place. But under the table, Dong's foot tapped lightly, victorious. Because Jungkook had remembered it, and Jungkook knew he still did. A month later, the project was successful beyond expectation. The presentation ended with a peace handshake, elaborate laughter. Even Jungkook looked satisfied. Taeyong looked radiant. When the final client left the room, Taeyong turned to Jungkook. "You did it well." "You too." And then, without thinking, without planning, they stepped forward and hugged. Not a normal handshake, not a polite pat on the back, a real hug. Wrapping fully, close, like muscles memory, like they had done it 1,000 times before. For the suspended second, there was no divorce, no argument, no boyfriend, just warmth. Then reality crashed back in. They both stiffened, pulled away almost at the same time, cleared their throat, avoided eye contact, crossed the room. Jimin and Yoongi were staring. Jimin blinked slowly. "Well," Yoongi hummed. "Interesting." Jimin clapped his hands suddenly. "We should celebrate. Drinks tonight?" Tong excellent, running a hand through his hair. "Sure, I need one." Jungkook picked up his phone immediately. "I have somewhere to go." He was already turning toward the door. "Where are you going?" Tong asked. Jungkook didn't stop. Tong's voice sharpened slightly. "What are you scared of? You won't be able to handle me?" What that meant, Jungkook buzzed. Slowly, he turned it back. "Excuse me?" Tong crossed his arm casually. Jungkook's eyes darkened just slightly. "Didn't you say you have a boyfriend?" Jungkook replied coldly. "Why would I need to handle you? Ask your boyfriend." The air in the room charged instantly. Jimin blinked. "Excuse me, what boyfriend? I didn't know." "Shut up, Jimin." Tong cut off quietly. "You know nothing." Jimin froze. Yoongi brow lifted. Jungkook noticed it. Of course he did. Suspicious. He stepped closer to Taeyong, close enough that other could feel the shift. "Why doesn't he know?" Jungkook asked quietly. "He is your secretary. Secretaries knows everything." Taeyong held his gaze. "He is my secretary, not my personal assistant." Still, Jungkook pressed voice lower. "Yoongi knows everything about me." Yoongi choked slightly on ear. Taeyong jaw tightened. "Are you coming or not?" he asked flatly. "No." Jungkook replied. "I have important work." Taeyong took a step closer. "You must be afraid of me." Jungkook let out a short, disbelieving laugh. "I'm not afraid of you, Mr. Kim." Taeyong's lips curved faintly. "Then prove it, Mr. John." Silence. Jimin looked between them like he was watching a live television film. Jungkook, Yoongi crossed his arm, fully invested. Jungkook offered quietly, "You are unbelievable." And 8. Taeyong replied smoothly, "You are still here." A long pause. Then, "Fine," Jungkook said, "I will come." Taeyong smiled widened just slightly, victorious again. Jimin clapped. "Yes, finally." Yoongi muttered, "This is going to be messy." And Jungkook and Taeyong, they were already talking toward the elevator, side by side, not touching, not close enough to feel the heat. The bar was loud, neon light, heavy bass, laughter spilled over clicking glasses. They had started with just one, then it turned into a challenge. "How many can you handle?" Taeyong had smacked. "As many as you can," Jungkook replied. Jimin tried to stop once, failed. Yoongi simply ordered water for himself and watched the shows unfold. Shot after shot, teasing, taunting, competitive eye contact. At the end of it, Taeyong was definitely losing. "You are slowing down," Jungkook said smoothly, placing an empty glass down. Taeyong narrowed his eyes. "I am pacing myself." "You are slowing." "I am not," he said. Jungkook's market looked like I won. Taeyong offered, cheeks slightly flushed from alcohol or ego. "Hard to tell." "Fine," he muttered. "Enjoy your victory." Then he stood abruptly and walked through the dance floor. The music was louder there, the light flashing blue and red. Taeyong blended into it instantly. He started moving with the music, letting the bass guide him. Just loose and free. People around him joined him. Someone's hand landed on his shoulder. A guy stepped closer, matching his rhythm. Tong didn't push him away. He didn't care. He laughed, spinning once, letting the music swallow him whole. Across the room, Jungkook saw tightened. His eyes sharpened. He leaned back in the chair, pretending he wasn't staring, pretending he didn't see how close the guy was standing, pretending it didn't irritate him. It irritated him badly. He stood up, walked to the dance floor, but instead of going to Taeyong, a girl approached him first, confident, bold. She slipped her hand into his shoulder. Jungkook let her. His gaze never left Taeyong. He smirked. If Taeyong was playing, so could he. The girl moved closer, dancing against him. Jungkook leaned down slightly, saying something in her ear. Not even anything important, just close enough. Across the flashing light, Taeyong saw it, saw how close their faces were, saw the girl laugh softly, saw Jungkook's lips near her ear, and something snapped. The jealousy hit harder than the alcohol. His movement then shook, then stopped. He didn't think. He walked straight toward them. The crowd parted slightly. Taeyong reached them in a second without a word. He grabbed the girl's waist and pulled him her side firmly. "Excuse us," he said coldly. The girl blinked, startled. Before Jungkook could react, Taeyong grabbed Jungkook's hand and placed it firmly on his own waist. The contact was sudden, electric. Taeyong stepped closer, chest nearly touching Jungkook's. His eyes were sharp, challenging, possessive. "Dance with me," Taeyong said, and he didn't give Jungkook a chance to refuse. Jungkook's hand was on Taeyong's waist, warm, firm, real. For the second, neither of them moved. They just stared, close enough to feel each other's breath. "Thought you were busy," Taeyong said over the music, voice low. "I am," Jungkook replied. "Then focus." Taeyong shifted closer, deliberately pressing into the hand resting on his waist. Jungkook's finger tightened. The crowd around them blurred, lights flashing, bars vibrating through their bodies. Taeyong started moving fast, slow, intentional, not playful anymore, not teasing. Every step matched the rhythm. His hand slid up Jungkook's shoulder, resting there as he leaned in slightly. Jungkook exhaled sharply, careful. He warned. "Why?" Taeyong challenged. "Scared?" Jungkook's jaw flexed. Instead of answering, he pulled Taeyong closer. Now there was barely a space left. Taeyong's hand slid from Jungkook's shoulder to the back of his neck to feel the heat of his skin. They moved together perfectly, like they had done this before, like their bodies remembered, even if their pride didn't. And seriously, their body does remember everything they had done in past. Taeyong tilted his head slightly, eyes half lidded from alcohol and something else. "Still think I can't handle you?" he muttered. Jungkook leaned down, voice brushing Taeyong's ear. "You can't." The proximity made Taeyong's breath hitch for the fraction of a second, but he didn't step back. Instead, he turned them both slightly, reviewing the lid. Now Jungkook's back was facing the flashing light. Taeyong's fingers trailed lightly from Jungkook's neck down to his collarbone, slow, teasing. Jungkook's hand slid lower Taeyong's waist, possessive. The tension between them wasn't playful anymore, it was heavy. Jealousy still simmering underneath. You didn't like the guy dancing with me? Taeyong asked softly. Jungkook's eyes darkened. You didn't like the girl either? They were almost chest to chest now. The music slowed slightly. Taeyong leaned in close enough that his lips brushed the corner of Jungkook's jaw accidentally. Or maybe not accidentally. Jungkook inhaled sharply. Taeyong, yes. Don't. Don't what? Jungkook's hand pressed firmly at his waist. Play with me. Taeyong smiled smartly. You started it. They kept moving, closer, slower. The world around them faded into noise and colored lights. Jungkook's forehead nearly touched Taeyong's. Their nose brushed again, just like in the rain. He started repeating, except this time his air was hot. Taeyong whispered, if you are not afraid of me, prove it. Jungkook didn't answer with words. He pulled Taeyong fully against him, and neither of them looked away. The music deepened, the light blurred, and in that reckless alcohol-soaked second, they stopped thinking. Taeyong moved first, or maybe Jungkook did. Neither of them could remember later. All they knew was suddenly their lips crashed together. Not hesitant, not almost. Not brushing, a real kiss, like muscles memory. Like they had never signed those papers. Like nothing had ended. Jungkook's hand tightened at Taeyong's waist. Taeyong's fingers curled into Jungkook's shirt. The world disappeared. The bar, the people, the divorce, all gone. It felt natural, familiar, dangerous. They kissed like they used to, like it was their, like it belonged to them, like they were still together. Across the room, Yoongi froze. Jimin nearly choked on the drink. Oh my god. Jimin whispered. Yoongi is already moving. Now, he muttered. Rushed toward the dance floor, because if anyone record this, tomorrow's headline would explode. CEO Xion Jungkook and business partner Kim Taeyong kissing in the bar. Scandal. Complication neither of them were ready to face. Yoongi grabbed Jungkook's shoulder. Jimin pulled Taeyong back. They were separated abruptly, breathing hard, blinking like they had just woken up. But even as the space formed between them, neither of them leaned away willingly. Lips were still solemn, eyes teased, and even while being held back, both of them leaned forward again, unconsciously, like magnets, like gravity. Taeyong's lips pouted faintly, trying to close the distance again. Jungkook stepped forward, eyes fixed on Taeyong's mouth. Yoongi tightened his grip. Enough. Jimin whispered urgently. Snap out of it. But Jungkook and Taeyong weren't listening, not fully. Still reaching, still drawn, still not ready to let go. The car was moving barely because Jimin was driving slower than usual, mostly out of fear. Taeyong was in the front seat, Jungkook in the back, Yoongi beside him, silent. Lasted for last 10 seconds. Then Jungkook called out. Taeyong immediately twisted around in the seat, eyes bright. You said my name? Yoongi closed his eyes. Here we go. Taeyong unbuckled his seatbelt again. Jimin groaned. No, absolutely not. But Taeyong was already climbing halfway over the seat, leaning into the space between the front seat, reaching toward the back. At the exact same time, Jungkook leaned forward, like he couldn't help it. Their fingers brushed first, then go. Come here. Taeyong mumbled. You come here. Jungkook replied stubbornly. I'm trying. So I am. Yoongi physically leaned back against the door. I am not touching either of you. Taeyong tried climbing further over the console, nearly falling into the gap between seats. Jungkook reached out properly this time, grabbing his arm to steady him, but instead of pushing him back, he pulled him closer. Their faces were inches apart again, in the middle of the moving car. Jimin glanced at the rearview mirror and almost swore. Sit down. Taeyong ignored him completely. Why did you stop kissing me? He whispered. Jungkook breathed easier. You stopped it first. I didn't. You did. Taeyong leaned closer. Jungkook leaned forward too, foreheads nearly touched again. Yoongi physically placed his hand between their faces. No. Both of them sweated, his hand away at the same time. Jungkook complained. Don't young me. Yoongi snapped. Taeyong reached out and grabbed Jungkook's collar lightly. You were warm, he said again. Jungkook's hand slid to Taeyong's waist. Even drunk, even reckless. They were both leaning in, neither pretended anymore. Jimin abruptly slowed the car and stopped at the side road. That's it. He turned around his seat. If you two kiss again in the car, I am leaving you here. Dong blinked, Jungkook blinked. They both looked at Midway, offended. We weren't going to, Jungkook muttered. You were absolutely going to, Hyungi replied. Dong pouted again, but this time Jungkook mirrored it slightly, unintentionally, both racing, both not ready to let go. Even now, Jungkook's hand hadn't left Dong's waist, and Dong's fingers were still fisting in Jungkook's shirt. Drunk, stubborn, magnetic. Fine, Tong mumbled, but instead of sitting properly, he slid down slightly in his seat and stretched his hand back toward Shankuk again. Shankuk made it halfway, their fingers intertwined loosely across the space between seats. Hyungi stares at their joined hand. I gave up. Jimin started driving again, muttering prayers, and in the dim car light, even half apart, they still refused to completely let go. Getting them inside the apartment was a mission. Yoongi had one arm around Jungkook, who could barely walk straight. Jimin was dragging Taeyong, who was giggling at absolutely nothing. Why are the walls moving? Taeyong asked seriously. They are not. Jimin replied, exhausted. They are. They are not. Jungkook mumbled something unreliable, leaning heavily against Yoongi. I can walk. Jungkook insisted. He immediately tripped. You cannot. Yoongi corrected. Somehow they managed to get both of them inside Taeyong's apartment. They dropped them onto the couch, but instead of sitting apart, Taeyong naturally leaned sideways, right into Jungkook, like it was instinct. Like gravity pulled him there, Yoongi and Jimmy collapsed onto the opposite sofa, completely drained, hands on arms, heads thrown back, legs spread, breathing heavily. I am never doing this again. Jimin muttered. Same. Hyungi agreed. Behind them, silence. For 5 seconds, then footsteps, wobbly one. Hyungi didn't turn. He didn't have the strength. Jungkook had somehow stood up, unsteady, determined. He walked toward the fish tank in the corner of the room, staring into the very seriously. Tong blinked at him from the couch, then slowly stood up too, also wobbling. He walked toward Jungkook. What are you looking at? Tong asked in a small, sleepy voice. Jungkook squinted at the fish. Without warning, he pushed his hand straight into the water. I wanna eat this fish, he announced. The fish dared away instantly. Tong burst into laughter. From the other couch, Jimin and Yoongi heard it, but neither moved. Too tired. Jungkook tried again. Miss it again. I wanna eat it, he pouted. Tong sat slightly beside him. Why don't you eat something else? He suggested. Jungkook turned at him slowly. What? Tong didn't answer. He just stared at Jungkook. Their faces were close again. Too close. The laughter faded. The room felt smaller. Jungkook blinked at him. Something else? He repeated softly. Tong, stepping closer, didn't say a word, just grabbed Jungkook's collar lightly and kissed him. Drunk, hungry, messy. Jungkook froze for half a second, then kissed him back harder. Water from Jungkook's legs dripping onto the floor. Neither noticed it. They stumbled slightly into each other. Tong's hand gripping Jungkook's hand, pulling him closer. The kiss deepened, familiar, desperate, like their earlier in the bar, but worse because now there was no crowd, no music, just sound of them across the room. Jimin's eyes snapped open. Do you hear that? Shungi sighed deeply. Yes. They both turned and saw it. Oh my god, Jimin breathed. They rushed forward immediately. Hyungi grabbed Jungkook's shoulder. Jimin pulled Taeyong back, separating them again, barely because even while being pulled away, they leaned forward, trying to reconnect, lips still slightly parted, eyes hazy. Taeyong reached out with both hands. Come back, he mumbled. Jungkook stretched his arms forward too. Wait, Hyungi physically stepped between them. No, Jimin and Taeyong's face and keep him from longing forward again. Stop it. Both of them pouted, actually pouted, trying to lean around Hyungi and Jimin. Still reaching, still extending their hand toward each other like magnets, refusing to separate. This is a disaster. Jimin whispered, This is karma. Hyungi replied, and in the middle of living room, two fully grown men divorced, stubborn, drunk, still trying to kiss each other again. Jimin finally managed to break Tai's hand off Jungkook, dragging him back into the bed. Stay, Jimin warned, pressing Tai's shoulder. On the other side, Hyungi pushed Jungkook onto the sofa. You are a CEO, not a hormonal teenager. Sit properly. Jungkook blinked up at him. Her messy lips swollen. He kissed me first. He mumbled defensively. Hyungi rolled his eyes. Just as his phone started ringing, he shot Jungkook a sharp look. Don't move. Jungkook gave a shaking salute as Hyungi stepped out and to take the call. Inside the room, Tyler sprawled dramatically across the bed, staring at the ceiling. Why is everyone so annoying? He muttered. Jimin sighed, tugging the blanket over him. Sleep. When he stepped out of the room, Jungkook had already vanished. Jimin frowned but assumed Yoongi had taken him downstairs. He grabbed his jacket and headed out, not noticing the shadow pressed flat against the wall behind the door. The moment the corridor went quiet, Jungkook slipped inside Tai's room. Tai, who had been pretending to sulk, shot upright, and the second he saw him, "You came back?" he whispered, lips coughing. Jungkook didn't answer. He crossed the room in three strides. Tai ran to him at the same time. They collided halfway, hands scraping, bodies crashing together. The kiss wasn't hesitant or careful, it was desperate. Months of tension, jealousy, anger, longing, everything exploded at once. It was messy, hungry, breathless. Their mouths moved urgently like they were trying to make up for the lost time. Jungkook's hand gripped Tai's waist tightly, pulling him closer until there was no space left between them. Tai's finger tangled into Jungkook's hair, tilting his head to deepen the kiss, chasing him like he was afraid he would disappear again. Neither of them were thinking about divorce papers or pride or tomorrow, just hate and familiarity, and the way their bodies still remembered each other. Outside, Yoongi entered the apartment and saw Jimin alone. Where is Jungkook? Jimin puzzled. I thought he was with you. Yoongi's expression went blank. Both their eyes widened at the same time. Oh no! They rushed down the hallway and threw Tai's bedroom door open. The scene froze them on the spot. Tai was straddling Jungkook on the bed, clinging to him, lips swollen. Her messy Jungkook's shirt had tied up, exposing his bare back as Tai's hand was still gripping him tightly. Both of them turned slowly at the sudden noise. Tai blinked, Jungkook blinked, and then, incredibly, both of them tried to lean in and kiss each other again, completely ignoring the audience at the door. Hyungi pinches the bridge of his nose. Jimin looked at the ceiling. Tomorrow's headline is going to run my life.